Hello YouTube, this is Donnie Lester for Pagan Fellowship. I'm actually not trying to, I actually wanted not to use this particular account for video responses to the propaganda that's been spread about witchcraft and Wicca. And I just want to say one thing really quickly, and a good point. Wicca is the religious aspect of witchcraft, but the pure definition of witchcraft that Christians are talking about is not the whole thing of Wicca. Wicca is more the religious aspect, not the magic and spells and divination and all these different things you can do with magic. So I want to throw that one out there right now. It is not witchcraft. It's the religious aspect, the principles and beliefs of witchcraft, not witchcraft itself. Witchcraft for Wicca or Wiccans is a sideline, something that can be done to enhance the lives of themselves and everyone around them. Okay, on to what the main point is. And shock and awe, this video is mainly focusing towards you. I will bring up some topics and stuff like that and some responses that may not be just for you, but mainly the video is for you. Number one, Samuel 15:22 was brought up as a was brought up during your video, and guess what? I have a copy. All right, and I studied this book right here for 5 years. I spent 5 years following the beliefs of this book. So let me tell you something. I do know of what I speak. Let me open up 15:15 because I don't really know what version of the Bible you're reading from, but the quote you made from the Bible was wrong. Alright. Now, what Samuel 15:22 states, at least in the copy of the Bible I have, does the Lord delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as much as the obeying the voice of the Lord? To obey is better than sacrifice, and to heed is better than the fat of rams. Now, that passage in of itself states many things, but it doesn't say anything against anything. It's a statement. It's a blanket statement, okay? It's asking a question. Samuel was asking a question. Now here's the response. For rebellion is like the sin of divination. Number one, not everybody who is involved in witchcraft or in Wicca use divination. I don't need it. I have my own ways of knowing things like that, and I'm not going to get into that because that's something personal, and I'm going to keep that to myself. And it says, and arrogance, like the evil of idolatry. Now, number one, I have never had an idol on my altar. They are tools to focus, to give us focus on something higher. Like I said, they're tools. Okay, what an idol is it gives something for us to see in our minds. Okay, it is a representation. We don't worship an idol. Okay, we're not worshiping the physical material of what is sitting on the idol, what is sitting on that altar. All right, we are worshiping what it represents, not the idol itself. Much like you Christians worship the cross. You know the thing where you already know in your hearts that, excuse me, I gotta get this out. Okay. You already know in your hearts that the cross itself is not what saved you in your beliefs. In Christian mythology, in your beliefs, the cross is not what saved you. It was Jesus dying on that cross in your beliefs. So why do you wear a cross? Because it is a representation of that sacrifice. So, why you would get on to somebody And yes, I smoke, and I hate it, and I want to say this now to everybody who is viewing this that has not started smoking and that is younger, to the younger audience, don't do it. It was the biggest mistake I ever made in my life. Oh, wow. Let me go get my other lighter. I'll be right back. Okay. Well, that was interesting. I can't seem to find my leather lighters. Let's go see. Sorry to leave you all with a video that has some gap in time here. I know that is annoying some. So, back to what I was doing. Alright. Again, I don't know what version of the Bible you were reading, but you need to seriously consider finding another one, because this one belonged to my grandfather, and I'm not going to say his name on here because that's not my right. He studied from it for years. This Bible is older than I am. And this lighter's running out of fluid, I can tell. And mine did too. My Zippo. Now, you said in there that, excuse me. That we seek to control and live in a fantasy world. I don't know what reality you are living in, but reality is reality. And we face that reality. We don't seek to control others because that would be against our principles. If you're following the true essence of what paganism is and what Wicca and witchcraft really states in its core beliefs, you wouldn't seek to control anyone. Controlling someone is a personal decision. That falls outside of the realm of our personal beliefs. Now, I want to also state this. Somebody who chooses to go against the core beliefs of witchcraft or Wicca in the Wiccan Read is what we call a warlock, an oath breaker, because we do take an oath. Alright, and I'm not going to go into that oath because that is a very, very personal part of who in our spirituality. That's a personal step. I'm not going to read the oath over any video. Okay? We take an oath, and that oath is not an oath to Satan. So I'm going to say that right now. And I have about 2 minutes left on this video, so I'm going to go further. And by the way, you stated that Coby was wrong in stating that he was not held accountable. Yes, we are held accountable. Not only to the goddess and God, but to karma as well. What we put out, we get back. If we put out dark and evil things, we get back dark and evil things. We do not want to be... Oh, and he stated that we wanted to be gods. Or that to gain power. Somebody following the true essence of the belief system will not seek power. They will seek to better control the power they have. But they will not seek to become a god. Because that goes against our principles as well. We were not meant to be gods. If we were, we would be. It's not our place in this reality and in this universe. We know that. Someone who chooses to cheat. Oh, and by the way, him bringing up his whole boyfriend situation is kind of wrong. Because someone who chooses to cheat is not a reflection of a spiritual path. It's a reflection on that individual's lack of control and moral statute. Okay? Matthew 7:7. Now, you quoted the Matthew 7:7 completely wrong. And I'm going to open it up and tell you what it says. Because, and I am reading from the Bible. I'm not reading from a book. Ask it, and it will be given. Seek, and you will find. It does not state anywhere in there what it is. It's just a statement, like many of the things in the Bible. It's a statement. And I've got about 10 seconds left of this video. So, I'm going to continue. Demons are real because you believe they are real. It is a thought form that creates something. And I'm sad to